A say-so takes the identity of Belial. Yaxakad ponders how to counsel his children. I'm in Moses, chapter 2, verse 19. And Azazel decides that he wanted war and the beautification of women. He wanted war and the beautification of women. The speech of Haile Selassie, they will remain war until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes. There's going to be war. And Azazel decided that he wanted war and the beautification of women, and the beautification of women as his primary source for his power in the earth, in just the Americas, in the earth. And he set his place in creation and established the pit named Shechat. In his new identity and name, the new name, became Belial. But the new identity of Semyaza came from his delight in accusations. And bickering and arguing, which can always lead to hatred and shame. Slave driver. And these two forces, Azazel and Semyaza, these two forces that these evil ones came to identify have endured all during the course of the earth. All during the course of just America. Unto this day, just America. And they both had as their beginning, Genesis 11, 1 through 9, in the beginning, he scattered the tongue of all mankind. Just America. This terrible tragedy with our first parents, our first family. And this is how both Sensio and Shechat came into being, and how the war against all things good would be constructed and put into place against the law of Jeshurun. Page 68, Sealed Book of Moses, chapter 4, verse 51. For I am bringing upon the earth a new human society, slave driver, which must begin all over again from the beginning. And as for you in your city Zion, shall be caught up before arrives this time of calamity, which I bring upon the inhabited earth. And I will conceal the old foundations of the sons of God with the coming of the flood, except the stone, Revelation 2:17, the white stone, the hidden manna, the new name. The stone colonnade erected in the center of the city of Zion, and the stones that I will expose from the ancient cities, and the stones that I will expose from the ancient cities of the watchers, scattered around the earth, that the children of men after the floods may know, that the children of men after the floods may know that it was from this place that the Most High took the city of Enoch the city of Enoch. Took the city of Enoch. And so that future generations of the sons of men may wonder. Future generations of the sons of men may wonder how the ancients could erect the bases of such complex structures in stones and with perfect precision, even on top of the mountains, and thus be able to conclude by itself that in ancient times, a race of beings, slave drivers, superior to them. In ancient times, a race of beings, it shall be as in the days of Noah, they were marrying and giving in marriage. A race of beings superior to them. Yea, the rebellious angels, the Dirkadochi. Yea, the rebellious angels, slave driver, dominated the world of humanity. Slave driver dominated the world of humanity and enslaved men to serve them. And enslaved men to serve them because they allowed themselves. Because men allowed themselves, free will, baby, free agency. They allowed themselves that they may be enslaved. They allowed themselves that they may be enslaved. Revelation 18:4, come out of her, my people, so you inherit none of her plagues and sins. Reproval, repentance, baptism, forgiveness, the covenant of Abraham, the law of Jeshurun. That they may be enslaved and rejected the one who could free them. Rejected the one who could free them by disobeying my commandments. Disobeying Aniakasai, the father of us all. And now, with the purpose of the people of the covenant to no longer be deceived, Shabuah, when in the last days, yea, before you, Enoch, return with your city to this land, the watchers who were driven out to the vicinity of the earth, the watchers were driven to the vicinity of just America, to the vicinity of the earth, will send. Will send what? Signs to the children of men with the promise of ending their diseases, their religions, and their false prophets. 2 Nephi 27 and 2 Nephi 28. And the scriptures of their false messages, and provide them with an alliance, and thus with the support of Satan, the ruler of the world, the ruler of just America, the ruler of the world. They will again come to be among you at the invitation of the rulers of the earth, at the invitation of the rulers of the earth. And gradually, they will enslave the sons of men again. Slave driver. I pray it has been a blessing and a lesson to the reader, the hearer, the seer, the doer. And these two forces that these evil ones come to identify have endured all the course of the earth unto this day. And they both had as their beginning, this terrible tragedy with our first family. And this is how both Sensio and Shakat came into being, and how the war against all things good would be constructed and put into place against the law of Jeshurun.